So today, students, we will start larynx. This is the larynx overview. Larynx is composed of the framework, skeletal framework of larynx is composed of total 9 cartilages, in which 3 are paired and 3 are unpaired. So you can see this is a thyroid cartilage, this is thyroid cartilage, this is cricoid cartilage, and this is epiglottis. These 3 cartilages are unpaired. And you can see here this is arytenoid cartilage. These are paired cartilage. This is corniculate cartilage. These are paired. Cuneiform cartilage is not shown here. So once again, arytenoid, corniculate, and cuneiform. These 3 cartilages are paired, and thyroid, cricoid, and epiglottis. These are unpaired cartilage. If we study about the properties of or nature of these cartilages, then the thyroid cartilage, cricoid, and lower half of the arytenoid cartilage is hyaline in nature. Yes, the thyroid cartilage, cricoid cartilage, and lower half of the arytenoid cartilage is hyaline in nature, and upper half of the arytenoid cartilage, corniculate, and cuneiform are elastic cartilages. Now you can see that there is also hyoid bone here, and this is lesser horn and greater horn of hyoid bone. Thyroid cartilage in the midline having there is a notch present in the upper border of thyroid cartilage. This is known as thyroid notch, and there are 2 lamines which form the thyroid cartilage. These 2 lamines meet at the midline and form the thyroid angle. And this angle makes a prominence in the neck known as laryngeal prominence, and in male it is known as Adam's apple. You can also see that there is an oblique ridge present on the posterior part of the outer surface of thyroid laminae in the both sides. The posterior border of thyroid cartilage extends upward as the superior horn or superior cornu of thyroid cartilage and extends downwards as the inferior horn of thyroid cartilage. The hyoid bone and upper border of thyroid cartilage are there is a membrane present between the hyoid bone and upper border of thyroid cartilage. This is known as thyrohyoid membrane. This membrane, the lower attachment of this membrane is the upper border of thyroid cartilage, and the upper attachment is the upper border of hyoid bone and the medial border of greater horn of hyoid bone. So this membrane not attached to the lower border, but it passes behind the hyoid bone and attached to the upper border. So there is a bursa present between the thyrohyoid membrane and hyoid bone at this level. You can see that this membrane is thickened at the midline. This is known as median thyrohyoid ligament. Also, this ligament thickened in the most lateral part, which joins the tip of greater horn of hyoid bone and the tip of superior horn of thyroid cartilage. You can see in this picture. These ligaments are known as lateral thyrohyoid ligament, and there is a cartilage present in this ligament on both sides. This cartilage is known as cartilagotriticea. You can also see there is an opening in the or aperture present in the thyrohyoid membrane for the passage of internal laryngeal nerve and superior laryngeal vessels. Also, you can see that there is a membrane present which connects the lower border of thyroid cartilage and upper border of cricoid cartilage is a thyrohyoid membrane. So, cricothyroid membrane. In the midline, this ligament is thickened known as cricothyroid ligament, median cricothyroid ligament, and in the lateral and its lateral part is thin, and its upper border is not attached to the lower border of thyroid cartilage, but it goes inside. So this lateral part is known as conus elasticus or cricovocal membrane. So we will discuss this membrane in the latter part of our discussion. The another ligament is cricotracheal ligament. This is cricotracheal ligament. This is first tracheal link. This is cricotracheal ligament. Thyroid cartilage is open from behind, and cricoid cartilage is ring shaped. Its anterior lamina is less broader than the posterior lamina. Posterior lamina is broader than the anterior lamina. And also you can see that there is a joint formed between the inferior horn of thyroid cartilage and lateral surface of cricoid cartilage. This is a plain type of synovial joint. There is one more joint formed between the upper border of cricoid cartilage and base of the arytenoid cartilage. This is also a plain type of synovial joint. Between apex of arytenoid cartilage and corniculate cartilage, also there is a joint which is plain synovial type in nature, and this joint is not of any significance, but cricothyroid joint, which is a plain type of synovial joint, and cricoarytenoid joint is also a plain type of synovial joint. These two joints are very important joints, and rotatory movement and gliding movement take place in these two joints. You can also see that this is epiglottis, which is leaf shaped, having broader upper part and narrow lower part. The narrow lower part attached to the angle of the thyroid cartilage by thyroepiglottic ligament. This is thyroepiglottic ligament.